Hello, hello, hello. It's Donna Woolam again, and I want to thank you so much for being part of what we're doing. FYI, Mercy Girl alert. She's my puppy. She just ran through the door. If you saw this from the very beginning, you saw her little black ears go running by. When I start talking and I get a bit excited, then she decides that she is going to run around and see what's going on in the world. So I just want to thank you so much for being part of what goes on here at in this live stream. I love being able to be part of your community. I don't take it lightly that you invest your time with me and that we have this opportunity to have these conversations. Thank you so much for that. I so appreciate that. And today we're going to continue talking about confidence. And it's going to be our theme this entire month through the month of December as we're talking about what confidence is, what it isn't. And one of the things I would love for you to do, if this is something that is a blessing to you, you have a question about that, what I would love is for you to post any questions that you might have about what confidence is, how to get it, how to keep it, all of that kind of stuff. In fact, I want to give a shout out to Angela Hemans for sending in a question yesterday about how to maintain confidence on the daily. So we're going to be talking about that as well. But today, I wanted to chat about what confidence is not, because we can really get confused in our thought processes, but watching people who seem to have lots of confidence and think, well, I'll never be like that, so I could never have real confidence. So I have a handful of things that I wanted to share with you because I know I made these mistakes myself in thinking about what confidence really is, and have learned through experience, have learned through study, have learned through prayer that there are some things that we see as confidence that really aren't confidence. And so let's chat about that for a few minutes. First of all, confidence is not your personality. We can see somebody with a big, bold personality and think, wow, they have a lot of confidence. But if you've done any listening to celebrities as they talk about who they are in their personal life, almost across the board, they will tell you that they are not naturally confident. That their personality is big, their persona is big, maybe the characters that they play are big, but most of them battle with some sort of low self-esteem, low self-confidence, and what they've done is they've cultivated this ability to appear confident. Because sometimes the people that we think are the most confident are really just people who are putting on a big mask and saying, I'm just going to figure this out, which is a kind of confidence, but it's not the real confidence that we're going after. Confidence is not something that you're automatically born with. You know, some people, they just walking out in life so confidently all the time, and you think, well, they were just born with it. But it's not something that is a genetic code that we just are born with the confidence gene. Now, there are some people who it's a little easier for them to take bold action or make bold choices, and that is probably a genetic makeup. But confidence is not that, because you can make bold choices and you can take bold actions and do it without any confidence whatsoever, which is crazy. Right? You're just deciding that you're going to go do something and you do it. And you have a hope so, but not a no so. And we talked about yesterday that what true confidence is trust in someone or something. And so just because a person is willing to jump out of a plane or do a bungee jump or get on a video like this and have a conversation does not mean that they are always confident in what's going to happen. They're not always trusting what is going to happen there. Also, confident is not just for some people, but not for others. And this kind of goes around to that whole thing about personality or being born with it. You know, maybe you are a quiet personality, a quiet person, and you think, well, I could never do anything that bold or that outrageous. And it's really important to understand that confidence is not based on your outward actions. It's not based on your outward motivations. It's based on who you are on the inside. And it's not how you act. Sometimes people just act the fool, right? They're just crazy people. They're just out doing stuff. And they don't care about the consequences. They don't care about how it looks or what it looks like. And that's not confidence. Now, that could be self-assurance, self-belief, but that's not confidence. Confidence is that place of trust and of knowing. And this is the great thing about confidence. It can be cultivated. We've talked a lot about putting those seeds down in the ground and planting them in the ground of faith so that things can grow. And confidence is like that. And confidence begins with a mindset transformation. Now, you can't just positive think yourself into confidence. You can't just say, I know I can, I know I can, I know I can, or I will, I will, I will. That doesn't create any confidence. You can do all of that and not have one shred of trust or confidence that anything's going to work out. We mentioned that earlier. But what you can do is cultivate a mindset and a foundation of what is in the mind that can help you have confidence, help you have trust. We're going to talk a lot about where that foundation of faith comes from, where that foundation of trust comes from, where that foundation of assurance comes from. For me as a Christian, it all comes from the foundation of who God is and who He said that I am. And so that's one of the very first steps in having true confidence that the things that you do matter, the things that you say are important, the actions that you take are critical. Confidence that those things are important, confidence that what you say matters, confidence that what you do is important in the world. That all comes first in the mind and then in the heart and then in the actions, not the actions and then the mind. There's a lot of times that we can begin to pursue something big in our life and we have absolutely no confidence that it's going to work out, right? We can hope that we are going to raise a family that is going to love us, love God, love people, and we can hope that that's going to happen. We can put all of the work in. But if we don't have any confidence then in the promises of what is possible through the power of God, then we're just a hope so and a wish so. And I'm telling you, hope is important. I've lived on hope at times. I've lived on wishes. I've lived on prayers. But it's this solid understanding and knowing. That's where real confidence comes from. When you have this deep inner knowing that it doesn't matter the results that you see with your eyes, but you have confidence and trust that what you're doing matters, even if you don't ever get to see the results of that. That creates such power and such drive and such a willingness then to get out and stand on the edges, no matter what your personality is, no matter if you were born shy or if you were born outgoing or if you have a genetic structure or you were raised in a family where people are always doing incredibly bold or outrageously crazy things. It doesn't, doesn't have anything to do with that. It comes up in you as this bold, strong stability and sturdiness and confidence. There's a lot of actions that we can take, a lot of things that we can do to help cultivate confidence. And this whole month, we're talking about not just that quiet confidence, but how we can cultivate bold confidence that stands up and takes a stand and does something about what we know. So if this is something that is interesting to you, I hope that you'll stay with me. I hope that you'll continue in the journey with me. Next week, I'll be on here tomorrow, but next week we're going to talk about 3 things, 3 places that are working to destroy your confidence. And I'm working on a very special masterclass for that. So keep your eyes open for the link to register for that. We're going to do a live masterclass at a special time next week. And so you can register for that and be part of that live, or you can watch the recording. So keep your eyes open for that. If confidence is something that you struggle with, or if confidence is something that you want more of, or you're tired of feeling confident one moment and having no confidence the next moment, these are some strategies that we're going to talk about that are going to help in that. You know, it took a long time for me to come to a place where I'm just able to walk in who God has called me to be. Confident enough to say yes, confident enough to say no, confident enough to say wait. It took me a long time. And I wasn't that confident kid. I wasn't that confident young adult. I wasn't a confident mom. You know, I had lots of ideas and lots of thoughts in my head about what was possible, but I wasn't confident. And so as I took that journey, I know that you can too. I know that you don't have to wait to become more confident. I know that you don't have to have life-shattering moments and come through them to become more confident. I really think that if you'll hang in here with me, that I can help shorten the gap for you, to help you to know that you can be the woman, and if you're watching, the man, but you can be the woman that you know you are meant to be. And you can do that with bold confidence, and you can walk out into the world in the personality that you have, in the gifts and the calling that you have, in the abilities and technical training and education and skills that you have, but you can walk confidently in the world. You know, don't just think that because a person is placed in leadership or they are walking in a place of authority that they have a lot of confidence. I always think of Joshua. He was a man who was hungry for more of God. I love the picture of how Moses would go up to spend time in the presence of the Lord, and Joshua would follow behind him, and he would just dwell there right outside of everything that Moses was receiving from God. And it talks about that Moses would go to the tent of meeting and then he would leave, but Joshua would stay. But when it came time for Joshua to lead, over and over and over and over again, the Spirit of God told him, be strong, be bold, be courageous. I am with you. Be bold, be courageous. Do not fear. I am with you. You know, Joshua had to learn how to walk in confidence and humility and in service. And it didn't take him, you know, just 4 or 5 days. He learned how to do that. God used him mightily because Joshua learned to walk in the confidence of who he was in God. And I think that we can help you too. So be sure and share this with a friend or two. Be sure and comment. If you're watching this on the replay, be sure and put #replay. If you're watching it live, please say hello to me. I'll go back and check all of the comments here in just a few minutes. I will respond to each and every one of you. If you know someone who struggles with confidence, please share this with them. Share this. It would mean so much to me if you would just hit the share button and share this to your social media contacts. It would just mean the world to me. And if you want more clarity and want to know how you can walk in more confidence, or maybe you have a big project ahead of you and you're not quite sure how to navigate that, or you have big dreams, big hopes, big wishes, big ideas, but you're just not sure how to get started, please consider scheduling a clarity conversation with me. They're complimentary. 45 minutes to an hour is when we'll talk about what is most important to you. You can find that at donnawoolam.com, and just go ahead and get scheduled for that. And if you are not a follower of any of my channels on social media, if you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, or you're not following me on LinkedIn, Twitter, on Instagram, or on Facebook, but that's where you hang out, it would mean the world to me if you would just reach out to me and say, hey, I'm following you today. I saw you on the Confidence broadcast this morning. So Thanks so much. My prayer always for you, that you would know the love of God, that you would know how treasured you are, that you would understand that you are deeply, deeply loved, and you are not alone in this world, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you've gone through, no matter what you've experienced, no matter how much sadness or trauma or even joy that you've experienced in your life. You can make one decision today and begin to live a happy, fulfilled life. And I'm the proof of that. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.